Decades ago, it was referred to as the other side of the tracks, a place where white Tulsans didn't usually venture. Today, it is called the Brady Arts District, in the heart of Tulsa's downtown redevelopment. But a controversy has erupted over the use of the name Brady in the area, questioned by those who have delved into the past of Tate Brady, one of Tulsa's founding fathers.
Free entertainment is one of the many draws to Guthrie Green, Tulsa's newest gathering place downtown. On Food Truck Wednesdays, people from all over the city flock to the area for lunch. And Tulsans of all races, religions, creeds, and gender enjoy the setting. The Green is in the heart of what is called the Brady Arts District, bounded on one side by Brady Street, named after Tate Brady, one of the founding fathers of Tulsa. New research reveals he was a violent man and a racist.
He didn't consider African Americans humans. You know, it's very obvious by his actions and the way that he conducted his business.
Leroy Chapman is a researcher and writer for an article called The Nightmare of Dreamland that was published by This Land Press. Chapman revealed a side of Brady most Tulsans never knew about, that Tate Brady was an admitted member of the Ku Klux Klan and that Brady was present during the 1921 race riot. Chapman says that is documented in a Tulsa World newspaper article,
where they interviewed Tate Brady, and he says that he stood on night guard duty throughout the night of May 31st, 1921 into the morning of June 1st, 1921, and he says that he witnessed 5 Negroes killed, and that's the quote. He doesn't actually say he did it, but it's somewhat inferred.
At the time, Brady was a very prominent and prosperous Tulsa businessman. He lived in a mansion, and nearby he built the elegant Brady Hotel. Chapman's research reveals Brady was not only a Klansman, but also a member of the Knights of Liberty.
They were a clandestine vigilante terrorist squad.
In 1917, Chapman says Brady and other members wearing black hoods and capes took part in what was dubbed the Tulsa Outrage in national newspapers. 17 white men, members of an organization that rejected capitalism and did not support World War I efforts, were kidnapped by the Knights.
The description that we read in the investigator's report was that the men were tied to a tree. They were flogged with a bullwhip, and that would mean that their flesh on their back would be opened up, cut open, and hot tar would be applied to them, and then feathers applied to that.
And Tate Brady did that?
Tate Brady did that.
He was a founder of Tulsa, but he was morally a monster. I mean, this guy hated black people and white people and treated both of them with violence.
With more interest being paid to the Brady District, some are calling for a name change.
I know that as a councilman, I have had several people approach me about it. Black people, white people, Hispanics even, and they wanted to know what were we going to do about the taint of that name on a growing downtown vibrant area.
A lot of people are always saying, oh, there's a lot of things named after the Klansmen, but that's after Klansmen here in Tulsa, in Oklahoma. But that's not even one of the big issues that we have with it. Tate Brady has done so much worse than being a Klansman.
Christy Williams is a member of the Coalition for Social Justice and is leading an effort to eliminate the Brady name from the street and the district.
And I think that would just be the perfect step forward for us. And it wouldn't hurt any of the businesses. I think it would make the businesses grow stronger because a lot more people would come visit there. And even when we get tourists to come here, what a great story to tell.
Here we are, almost 100 years later, since the 1921 race massacre, and we're still fighting for something that we shouldn't have to fight for.
James Johnson learned about Brady from his grandmother, who survived the race riot and died last year at the age of 105.
I never will forget the words that she said before she left from here. Her words were, baby, I don't want you down there until they do right by us. That stuck with me.
Johnson was one of several people who addressed Tulsa City councilors during a May meeting about why the Brady Street name should be eliminated. A favorable response came from Councilor Blake Ewing, who represents the Brady District and owns 3 downtown restaurants.
I would guess that a lot of things named Brady today won't be named Brady next year.
Before taking any action on the street name change, Ewing asked the Brady Arts District Owners Association to evaluate what a name change would mean for the area. Association members responded in a letter which states they don't have jurisdiction over the street name change. The letter also reads, "It's the consensus of the Brady Arts District Owners Association that the name of the district should not be changed. Rather than seeking to revise history, today's residents, visitors, and merchants would regard the name as a demonstration of a new set of principles. It reminds us that what is today was not always so. Today we welcome diversity and use it as a cornerstone for growth."
A few weeks ago we had Juneteenth celebration, which is an African American celebration at the Guthrie Green. It was very well attended. No one seemed to have an issue with the name Brady on the street.
Jeff Castleberry owns Kaz's Chow House, one of many businesses thriving under the Brady Arts District brand. Janet Duvall is the executive director for the glass blowing school in the district. The not-for-profit organization holds classes for underprivileged youth. She doesn't support a name change.
I think it would be wiser to look at what the history is about, because unfortunately the race riot is part of our history. Do most of Tulsans know about it? I don't know. I'm not sure if they do, but they should, because we certainly don't ever want to repeat that. And as much as we like to believe that we've gone beyond that, there are still issues.
Cedric Mitchell teaches glass blowing and is not offended by the Brady name.
It's just a shift and change in the world, you know, and how we're evolving in society. I mean, that's the way we're going right now. We have to evolve and shed that skin. I mean, we just can't hold on to that.
When you think of Brady, you don't think of who it was named after. You think of what it is right now, how it's thriving, and how it's growing.
Kim Rhodes is 25 years old and says she doesn't know a lot about Tate Brady's history. 53-year-old Johnson believes changing the name would provide healing for citizens who have suffered discrimination.
Reconciliation, Avenue, Boulevard, Drive, any of those would work, because until that name is changed, there is no true reconciliation.
Councilman Henderson says in the not-too-distant future the council will vote on changing the street name, but the council has no authority to change the name of the district.